You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversations sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great. So I like this.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
And that's right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like
streets be the maze. Hosts on the mic, Kerry K set in the blaze. Sagging, Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J. Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactics sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J. Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yo, Miles, is that an undisclosed location?
Yes, sir. You already know. Y'all already know, man. What's going on? What's going on, fellas? Everybody good? My nigga with the.
I'm good. What's good with you, gentlemen?
With the stocky Where's Waldo, the teddy bear Where's Waldo vibe, nigga. What the fuck? What are y'all talking about, nigga?
The nigga with the 1980 stripes.
Hey, it's summertime out here. You know, it's summer colors out here. You know, we looking fresh.
Nigga, fresh with it, nigga.
I'm
Nigga got
doing
the
the boat thing today, so you know I got to. As soon as we get off of here, we out. There's a couple fun to be at. You know, I need to look light and breezy. You know,
and light and breezy.
You got the boat shoes with no socks.
Yeah. He got the Eastlands with the white sole.
I don't dress everybody fashion. I just dress my fashion. So
hey, look, I actually own a couple of pair of Eastland boots, man. Look, Eastland. Look, let me tell you.
You know.
Yeah, Eastland niggas don't know about Eastland.
Hey, sometimes when I open the closet door, some of my clothes just come out and talk to me, and they say, "Hey."
Yeah, nigga, the one that can still fit you, dog. Yeah, I'm fucking.
What's up, AJ? We got you, man. Oh man.
Oh shit.
I don't even have no soap. So, but yeah.
But still, the homie Miles, I know you've been busy. You done rolled out some shit. You want to holler at the people about that?
Yes, please, guys. Go to Cunningham Elements. My last name and the word elements. CunninghamElements.com, where you can get masculine identity eau de parfum, masculine identity eau de parfum sport, and you could get all the soaps. You could get the masculine identity soaps, and you could pre-order your shea butter, so you could be the first to get your shea butter once we hit the fall. Because y'all know my shea butter is very delicate, so only send it out during the cold seasons. So make sure y'all go to Cunningham Elements and y'all could get y'all stuff, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to K-Zag, shout out to J. Roman, shout out to all the people in the chat. And yeah, man, happy Memorial Day weekend and all that cool stuff, man. It's fire out here, man. It's a good weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
There you go. Let's do it. All right, J. Roman, you next.
Hold on real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
But like I just said, it is Memorial Day weekend. So if y'all gonna call. If y'all got questions, put your questions in now. All of that putting questions in at 2:00, we not fucking with y'all. You understand? No. So call when you call and put the questions in early, because we ain't playing that fucking OT shit with y'all. It's Memorial Day weekend. Niggas got shit to do. You understand? The ladies is waiting on us. Like, come on now.
That's right. And I got my cigarillos and an onion, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna do some shit.
Look at Zag though. Zag ready too. Though. He got
Zag ready. He ready.
Bro, it's a nice
hat. The I don't know what you call that hat. LL Cool J hat. That's what we used to call it.
Yeah, that's
all I know is the Armor All is on the tires and the sunroof is already peeled back. That's all I know. It's waiting. You know what I'm saying? It's waiting on me to hop in. I already cracked the windows to let the San Antonio morning breeze filtrate through the seats. I'm ready, bro.
As long as you bump it more than just treble, though. You know what I'm saying? I hate when cars roll by, all they bumping is treble. You know,
I don't.
We want to hear that.
Well, I like to hear the word. I like to hear my shit. I don't all that boom 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 shit. That shit don't work for me. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
inside
I like to hear the word.
It needs to be a good balance. That's a fact.
Yeah, good balance. Yeah, I like to serenade the motherfucker next to me and watch them roll up their windows. I laugh and shit. So anyway, look, y'all. Okay, what did we? They be looking at me like shit. They be shaking their head, and I'm bobbing my head. Yeah, roll that motherfucker up. Anyway, avoid wasting time on women who don't share your vision.
Right.
Avoid wasting time. Now, guys, you know, we talk about, you know, this thing quite often, you know, having a vision, having a purpose, and only fucking with women that are in alignment with that. And it bears repeating because ever so often something comes along and it makes the message much more important. So I got a video. Now I gotta warn y'all, Miles, J. Roman, and for you guys watching, especially you red pill motherfuckers, you might get a little triggered because I got triggered, right? So let me just say this about the video. I'm not going to talk about the video. We're going to watch it and talk about it. But let me just say this about the premise of what is in the video. Guys, you can never allow women to come into your life and tell you what they will and won't do. That shit won't work. You cannot. And for whatever reason, I don't know why women are on these podcasts talking about what they will and won't do as a girlfriend. Oh, I'm not doing that unless I'm my wife. Yo, ladies, and let me just say this real quick, and I'm gonna pass it to y'all, and we're gonna get into this video. You can't even be my girlfriend unless you display wifey attributes.
Real talk.
You can't even be my girlfriend unless you display wifey attributes. Period. Now, it doesn't mean you're gonna be wifey, but you can't even be my girl unless you display those type of attributes. So this notion that, oh, I'm only gonna do X, Y, Z when I'm this. No, baby girl, you forgot about the part where you're auditioning for that role. See, when you auditioning for that role, you have to do what it takes to show the director that you're worthy of the part. Are you playing your part? Because you can't say you want to be a wife, bitch, and you ain't playing the part. But y'all got it.
Yeah, man. Look, you know, they say to dress for the job you want. You understand? Dress for the job you want. So that means you gotta you have to prepare. You have to prepare. Like, for example, I always use this analogy, right? If you're going to buy a 60-inch screen TV, what's the first thing you do, right? The first thing you do is you create a space for the TV. You create you move some shit around, you move some furniture, or you buy the TV stand, or shit. Maybe you're gonna buy the TV stand and the TV on the same day. So but you still got to clear a space in the living room to make sure you got space for the shit. And that's the same thing in life. Anything you want in life, you have to make space for it, meaning that you have to get your environment prepared. And the most important environment you have to get prepared is your mind. You understand? Get your mind prepared, because anything that you aspire to is going to require a new level, right? It's going to require a new level of thinking. It's going to require new attitudes, new behaviors, new practices, new rituals, new traditions, new culture. You understand? So all these things need to be done before. So, you know, you have a lot of these chicks talking about, oh, well, I'm looking for a man that could handle me. I'm looking for a man that could, you know, when he shows up with his masculinity, that's when I can rest in my feminine. Like, no, not at all. Like, first of all, I'm not going to be attracted to you. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to have nothing to say to you if you out here acting a certain way. If you're not already in that mode, you're not going to get my attention. So, if you're not fucking with, if you're not already walking in that feminine energy, if you're not already that type of woman, it's going to be hard for you to really find the guy that you claim you want. You understand? And that's why so many of these chicks attract bitch ass niggas, because they walk in that, that braggadocious bravado of like fake masculinity, because a woman cannot actually be masculine. So whenever you see a woman acting masculine, trust me, they're just acting. You understand? Because when shit hits the fucking fan, each and every woman is going to be on some, oh my God, I'm just a girl, can you help me out? So you know what I'm saying? So again, if a woman cannot fake, she can't like wait and be conditional about her attributes that make her suitable for a relationship. Now, that's talking about the women. What I'll say, what I really want to say is I want to talk to the men. You cannot expect a bitch to transform over you cannot expect the bitch to transform, because what happens to a lot of guys is that they see the red flags. You understand?
Yep.
They see that she's disrespectful. They see that she has that macho type of bravado, even though she's a female. They see that when he says left, she always says right. They see that when he says, "Hey, meet me at the Main Street bar at 7," she always says, "Oh, well, I need to push it back to 7:45 because I got shit to do." And he sees all of this shit, and instead of saying to himself, this bitch is she's not on my type of time, so let me just leave her alone. Instead of doing that, what does he do? He makes excuses for the bitch and continues to see her. Do you understand? So for the women, you can't act a certain way and expect a man to bring that shit out of you. And for the men, stop making excuses for these bitches. Stop making excuses for these hoes. She already flaked on you twice. She already disrespected you. She already, you told her, look, I want to meet this Thursday. Get back to me by Wednesday. And you didn't fucking hear from her. And then you still thinking, oh, well, maybe I should give her another chance. Maybe I should text her again and try to, set up another date. No. Remember, when we playing the number game, every bitch get one fucking chance to prove that she can be a part of the situation. And that's it. Efosa, what's going on with you, bro?
How you doing?
What's going on? Yeah. So, it's a free show. So, what's your question there?
Yeah, I smashed a virgin the other day, right?
Okay.
And when I put my dick inside her pussy bleeds.
Okay.
So I want to ask you, Jack, you smash that virgin?
Efosa.
Yeah.
Yes, I have dealt with virgins before, but I was a teenager. Yes, I've the pain they go through, the blood, I've seen all that. This is what I would tell you. Me personally, I don't like inexperienced women. If you deal, and it's not even so much a chick being a quote unquote virgin, right? It's not even about that, right? You can deal with a chick who's had sex with one or two guys and she's still inexperienced because the guys that she had didn't know what they was doing, right? So dealing with her is almost like dealing with a virgin because she doesn't understand her body yet because the guys she fucked with didn't do shit. I don't like teaching chicks a bunch of shit. Like, I like women to hit the ground running. Now, there's some shit that I like that I might have to point out, but for the most part, I want a woman who know how to handle a man, and that's just me though. But y'all can have that.
So, Efosa, what's your question, man? What's going on? What you really trying to do?
Yeah, like I don't like virgins, by the way. I don't like virgins myself. So
okay, get to your question.
It's horrible.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I want to know that like when I do have sex, I bust too quick.
Okay.
And I have an issue.
Okay.
Efosa.
Too quick.
Efosa, I gotta stop you. Efosa, I gotta stop you because you call Miles and Lucario show all the time with these sex related issues that are performance related issues. This is what I would tell you, right? When it comes to busting too quick, this is something you can consider, right? Something you can consider. When you start having sex with a new woman, right? A lot of you guys are just too excited. Stop having sex in your favorite position. Whatever your favorite position is, don't start off in that position.
Right. That's a good one.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if you say, "Oh man, I like doggy style," and you bust too quick, why in the fuck would you start off in doggy style? Start off in the position that it ain't your thing, but you can maintain an erection. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's good advice.
Just so you can get a rhythm going. Because here's the thing, okay, just like with women, if your mind isn't right, you're not going to be able to thoroughly enjoy the sexual experience. It's not just with women. Like people would tell you, a woman's orgasm starts mentally. Your ability to perform as a man starts mentally. There's something in your mind. You're too excited, right? And another thing you can consider, and I'll pass it to the fellas, is before the chick is coming over, maybe about 30 minutes, jack off but don't nut. Like get your shit right, jack off but don't nut. And the reason why you want to get used to getting yourself to the edge. So like even when you're inside of a woman and you can feel yourself, you know how to you got dick control. You know how to stop moving, or you know how to move at a different pace to beat back the climax from coming. Does that make sense? That's too much game. Well, I'll be here all day talking about that. Y'all got it, man.
Yeah. But Efosa, what does that have to? What does you bust it quick have to do with the fact that she was a virgin?
No, that's something different. That's something different. You know what I'm saying? I was like every other day. You know what I'm saying? I said one to one woman. You know what I'm saying?
What?
No, that was a different chick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so but you were saying something about a virgin. What was your question?
No, I'm saying that when King Jackie mentioned she's not a virgin last week with the story he made, he mentioned that she was bleeding. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
So what do you? So what do you? No, wait, hold on, Kate. Because if you when you jump in, he goes off tangent. He goes off his target. So, Efosa, what are you? Tell us the question, my bro. Just go to the question.
Oh, too much. I tell about Chris about busting a nut.
Look, yo, Efosa. What do I tell you, man? Slow down and speak clearly. We don't know what it's hard to understand you, bro. Just get to the question. What's the question?
No, I'll tell you the question. My question I'm about to tell you is about me busting too quick. That was my question.
Huh? So what about what?
No, he brought up the virgin because I guess last week he heard me say something about a virgin. So I guess because he finally had sex with a virgin. Look, let me just say this. That shit is not what it's cracked up to be. Dealing with women who are virgins or inexperienced sexually it's a horrible sexual experience. For me, it's horrible. So it's nothing to write home about. It's nothing to brag about. Efosa, bro.
Yeah.
There are certain things you have going on that everybody experiences. You just have to get through it.
Yeah, I know being a virgin is a horrible experience. I agree 100%.
Okay.
So
all right,
about you busting quick.
Did we answer your question?
There you go.
I mean about the buzz the nut too quick.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we good?
We good.
All right. Thank you, Fosa. Thanks for calling in, bro. Take it easy.
Take care, my brother.
All right, man.
All right. Well, we good on calls right now.
Yeah, we're good on calls. Yeah. I think it was Jay Roman getting ready to talk about
Jay
the
Roman,
topic.
you want to say something, fam? My bad, fam.
No. I'm just glad he listened to the instructions and called early. So I do appreciate that.
Shout out to
call.
Yeah.
So, but
that's good.
The first thing I thought of is, just with the title and stuff, how far men have gone with not standing up for their own standards of what they believe in, right? So it used to be a thing called, a woman would fake it until she got the ring, right?
Yeah. Yep.
People would complain about that. Oh man, I thought this is what she was. She did a great interview process. I mean, she was doing everything she was supposed to do. Then 6 months after this ring, this thing happened or that thing. Now it ain't even faking it until you get the ring, or faking it for this, this matrimonial thing. This is who I am. You better accept it. I don't do this. I don't do that. And cats are still accepting it. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. That's straight. Well, I got an independent woman. I got a strong woman. I got a this, or, I hate that. I always hated the saying, if you ain't got it, tricking is only if you ain't got it or something like, nah, it's still tricking if you slashing that.
Oh no, I think it's it ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah, it ain't tricking if you got it. It's like
it's still tricking. It's just one guy's a broke trick and the other got it. That's it.
Right. We keep making up excuses for our lack of strength
Mm.
and dignity and being able to say, hey, I could take it or leave it, and I could leave it. And I think that's the main thing, that cats look at a woman, oh, she's so bad, oh, she's so this, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that. Oh, it's okay. I just want that bad person on my arm
Right.
so I can walk
Exactly.
around, but I'm accepting a whole bunch of stuff
Yep.
just to have this image, this imagery. And it's almost to the point where the imagery is so important to guys that they're willing to accept anything.
Right.
And the crazy part is she acts with you the way you allow her to act with you.
Exactly. Mm.
Plain
No
and
doubt.
simple. So, because if not, because I tell you right now, I'm not saying if somebody ain't gonna yell at me, but that'll be the last time.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna associate with you. I'm sorry, this is done. So you can't. Oh yeah, I yell at you. No, we ain't in a relationship where you could talk crazy to me.
Mm.
That's not what goes down. So the thing is, guys have to really say, hey, before I look over there, what am I doing to allow this woman to believe that I will accept this behavior?
Facts. Facts. What
And
the
go
hell
from
did I
there.
do
So-
to make her think
Yeah,
she could do
well,
this?
I must have did. Have you ever had somebody say something or talk crazy to you, and you're like, damn, what did I do?
You question yourself, like, what the fuck
Yeah,
did I do for this motherfucker to feel so comfortable saying
Like
this shit to me?
this ain't the norm. And I don't
Mhm.
care what it
And
is.
then- and
I don't
then-
care if you at work.
And then you be thinking, damn, I wasn't mean enough. I wasn't cold enough. But
Right.
this motherfucker really thought it had it like that with a nigga. Real quick, so we're about to
Yeah.
get into this video. Let me just say this real quick, guys. And I said this about women. Never allow women to come into your life and believe they have options. Now, a woman can have dating options outside of you. That's fine. But when a woman comes into your life, never allow her to believe she has options within your life. Like your life is a fucking buffet. Like she can just pick and choose shit. Like, no, right? Not only that, never allow a woman to dictate to you what she will or won't do
Right.
based on her role in your life. Period. Because here's the reality of it. When a woman sees the value in you, she's fucking with you, right? She's sexually attracted to you on one hand. On the other hand, she wants to deal with you beyond just sex. It's incumbent upon her to put her best foot forward and say to herself, what can I do to stand out? Because clearly this man is not impressed or enamored by my beauty or my booty. Pussy means nothing to this man because I can tell he the type of nigga that get it all the time. So what can I do outside of sex to show this man that I'm the type of chick he should fuck with seriously?
Right.
What a woman cannot do is say, well, I mean, I'm not going to fold your clothes though. And if I do cook, it's only going to be when I'm ready to eat. See, if a woman is coming into your life with all of this, well, I will and I won't do this. Guys, you have to get rid of her now. So without no further ado, let's get into this irritating video.
And you shouldn't be laying down with a man for 10 years. Like, oh, what are we doing? What the you mean, what are we doing? I don't shack. So if you want in-house, you need to get me a ring. I'm not doing your laundry. I'm not doing wife for as a girlfriend. And most men are getting wife from girlfriends, and girls are not even girlfriends. And so they don't feel no way to
What exactly is wife? What does that consist of?
sacrifice.
Okay.
Sacrifice.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
What is sacrifice?
Sacrifice of what? Because you mentioned laundry, so give me some other.
Sacrifice of self. Like, this is what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And when you are a girlfriend, you can do that. When you're a friend, you can do that.
Okay.
When you're a wife, you have an obligation.
Man.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop it real quick. I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go back to it. Ladies, even as a fuck buddy, you cannot do what you want. Now you can do what you want in your life, like in your see who you want, fuck who you want, but you cannot do what you want in a sense of, yeah, he told me to show up at 11, but I'm gonna show up at 11:10, and I ain't even gonna call the nigga. I just show up when I get ready to. No, bitch.
Right.
No, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So even as a fuck buddy situation, there's boundaries. that you better fucking respect. And this is why I tell you guys, don't even give women dick who don't show you respect.
Facts.
And you can tell if a woman respects you. Guys, you don't have to get into these long discussions about shit. You can just tell off rip how cooperative and how compliant the woman is, that she relishes the opportunity to get next to you.
Right.
See, this chick, the chick in the video, she's one of them bitter bitches, right? She's probably the type of chick that she folded a nigga's clothes before. She cooked for a nigga, and then the nigga did her dirty, and now I ain't doing that no more. Well, bitch, you did it for the wrong nigga, but you gonna do it for this nigga if you want to fuck with this nigga. Y'all want to speak to her to get back to the video?
No, real quick. Yeah, you could tell she was done dirty, and you the part where she told on herself was when she gave that big shit eating grin after she said what she said. Like, oh yeah, you don't do that shit.
Yes.
And she smiled at the camera like, I'm like,
exactly.
You see, a lot of these chicks, I feel bad for them. You know, a lot of them, they talk all of this shit, they get hurt, and then they get on these podcasts thinking that they're giving good advice to bitches. Why? Because they're coming from a broken woman's standpoint. You understand?
Yes.
And that's exactly what Lucario and I was talking about in the show we did yesterday evening, where we were talking about these people are not experts. These people are just people who are giving you advice based on negative experience.
Exactly.
Because if she can't give you examples of how to deal with a man and bring the best out of a man and find a man that could bring the best out of you, if you can't give that type of example to another woman, then why the fuck are you on a podcast talking? Why are you on a podcast talking? All you doing is breeding dissension between men and women. Like, oh, don't do this and don't do that and don't sacrifice and don't. What the fuck you mean? You see, a woman who understands game and who understands herself, if she's smart, she knows that doing certain things for the correct man and being a certain way so she can attract the correct type of man is leveling up. Do you understand? A lot of these chicks consider that whatever they do, they're doing it for a man. A real bitch realizes that if she's doing something for a man, she's actually doing it for herself.
That's what I'm saying.
Because none of us as human beings actually do anything for other people. None of us.
See, Miles, and you're right. All of us are selfish. Everybody's selfish. Don't let people act like they're selfless. Now, you might do a selfless act every now and again, but nobody walks around with a default setting of selfless. No, the fuck you're not.
No,
right? And I said this before. Even when a woman folds your laundry, she's doing it for her. Okay, let me explain. Right? Bro, I had chicks that would come by the crib and I was just fucking them. I wasn't doing nothing else. I wasn't taking them out of nothing. There would be a basket of clothes. Because I had watched earlier that morning, they came back like late afternoon or something. There would be a basket of clean clothes. Right. And a chick would ask, hey, are those clean? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why, what's up? I mean, I'll fold them for you if you want. Oh, word? Just tell me what drawer they go in. Right. And the reason why, see, a lot of guys, they'll think, oh, because you was fucking her good. No, dumbass. I mean, that's part of it too. But it's not that. She identified me as a nigga she want to get close to.
Exactly.
So she says, if I do this, that will get me in. Go ahead. Say what you. Yeah, go ahead. Speak to it.
And I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll add to your point with some practical reasons. Number one, that's a practical reason. She trying to be nosy. She wants to see if you got skin in your drawers. Number two,
that too.
She trying to save you time so you can spend more time fucking her.
Think, my nigga, break it down. See what I'm saying?
You
see how she benefits?
She's still benefiting herself. She gets to be nosy to see. Let me see what quality. Number one, what quality of drawers and underwear you wear. Let me see if he wear Fruit of the Loom or that 99-cent shit. Let me see if his drawers are silky. Let me see if he wear boxers or briefs. You understand? And then she's doing things to free up your time, so she could be like, well, since I did your laundry, you got a little bit of extra time, so you could drop off some more dick before you leave. Okay.
Yes. She's killing like 3 or 4 birds with one stone. She's accomplished just folding a nigga's laundry. She can accomplish like 3 or 4 things.
And like you said, she's positioning herself to be closer to you.
Yes. So back to your point, Miles, and I'll pass it to you, J. Roman. When she was talking about folding, that was coming from a place of bitterness. She's done it before. So this is what I would tell women. Telling women not to do shit is dumb. Telling women how to decipher the right niggas to do it for
That's what
is a better deal. And see, even with us, we don't sit here and hey, she's gonna hurt your feelings. Don't do that. We don't come from a place of trying to save your heart, nigga. We're trying to tell you from a practical standpoint. Miles, you said it the best, and I'll never forget it. Best practices. Okay, we're trying to tell you how to move, get the women you are attracted to on your terms, so you can eliminate the extra bullshit that other niggas go through. J. Roman, you got it.
I think you said a key thing, and the same thing I was thinking. She don't know how to decipher who to do it for.
Right.
Exactly.
So she had to create a protection for herself because she don't trust her own self.
There you go.
And that's the thing.
My nigga.
So her protection was a checklist. And I spotted these women a long time ago when I was in school. As soon as you mention how long we've been together or been hanging out and it needs to go to the next level, you're on a checklist. Then it's really not about me. It's about somebody you cool with for a certain amount of time. Right. So there's nothing about me that's really, oh, we had a cool time. We're hanging out. Yeah, we've been hanging out for about 3 months. Am I your girlfriend now? Does that make me your girlfriend? What makes you think that would make you my girlfriend? Like, no. Like, well, it's been 3 months. Like, you're working on a checklist. You're not working on deciphering if I'm a good person or nothing like that. The only thing is that we've been cool enough to hang around each other. That's it. And so whenever you see somebody on this checklist on that, they don't
or they got a timeline. They're putting you on a timeline.
They got this timeline. They don't trust themselves because if they really did, it wouldn't matter about the time or anything. It would matter about the interaction that you had with that person. It would matter about, your guys' vibe, not a checklist to fit anything else. And I think it's kind of crazy, right? Because now what she's done from the very beginning is she's telling people, you are going to have to step up and qualify for me without me doing anything for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Point blank.
Pretty much.
So if you want this in-house, I don't do anything. I don't fold clothes. I don't smile. I don't even call and greet them or anything. I just, they got to show me that they want me for so long. And then finally I might give them a little bit. That's, just a little bit, and it's just like, nah, you're not, we ain't doing that.
Well, here. And let me say this.
A broken bitch. No, I was just saying the defense of a broken bitch. That's it.
Yes. And I said this about both men and women who date playing defense. See, all that date playing defense, what it really is you're withholding things out of bitterness. Right? See, my thing is, I have no problem doing for any woman because anything I do for them is because they earned it. You've already earned it, so I don't mind. See, here's the problem with people. They'll do things for people on the front end with the expectation that they get what they want on the back end. Right. You don't do shit for people with the expectation they're going to do shit for you. You just do shit for people because you're in position to. Right? And either they appreciate it or they don't. If they don't do shit no more. And let me just say this real quick about trust. J. Roman, you said something that was very important. You said she don't trust herself. This is what confidence is. Confidence is trust. Yep. I trust myself to do this thing. It doesn't mean you're going to be successful at it. It's just you just trust. I'm gonna jump in that fucking 10-foot pool right there. I trust myself to pull it off. I don't know what's going to happen when I'm in that water, but I believe I can accomplish that thing. Now, here's the thing about trust, because I hear people talk about having trust issues. I don't think people really have trust issues. I think you don't have the confidence to trust yourself to pick the right people. Right? Because think about it. For you to say the shit you will or won't do, that would suggest that you're picking people for superficial, shallow reasons, and you don't know how it's going to shake out, so you're waiting to see how it's going to shake out. Instead of you being vigilant and diligent in how you select the people that you deal with, so you never have to say what you will and won't do. But you got it.
Right. And the part about trust too, the part about trust is that they don't trust themselves, is that it's not only trusting that they will do that they will attract the right people and do those things that they say they talking about for the right
Mhm.
people is also that they're doing things that are outside of their true character.
There you go.
Do you
There
understand?
you go.
Because here's a problem with for example, and I'm not even going to put it on women. I'm going to put it on men. The example is this. Here's the reason why you don't trust yourself as a man. Because you've never taken yourself to a $300 steak dinner. You've never even hollered at your boys and was like, yo, let's go down to Prime Steakhouse and just spend some money, have a good time, and celebrate just us. Or let's you know what I'm saying? Like such and such just got a promotion, man. Let's do something nice for him and take him to the steakhouse and let's toast as men. You've never done that. Why? Because you don't trust. Number one, you don't trust that you're worth it. Maybe you don't trust that you can afford it. Maybe you just don't see yourself in that type of venue or environment. But somehow you get a bitch's number at the fucking club and she got a fat ass and a weave down to her fucking down to the crack of her ass, and she's wearing heels and she look like that bitch from your Instagram. And all of a sudden, you ready to go to that $300, $500 steakhouse because she is ready to go. Yep. See, you don't trust yourself with decision making. You don't trust yourself with how you actually live life, because you would never do that shit for your fucking self. But because this bitch got the BBL and all that shit, let's go to that steakhouse, baby girl. And now check this out. Here's the other part. You're doing it because you trust that if you take her there, she's going to give up the pussy. You understand? So you're trusting in falsehood because you ain't even tell her that you wanted to smash.
Nope.
Look at that part. You ain't even tell her that you wanted to smash, but you're like, oh yeah, let's go to Prime Steakhouse #1, baby girl, because I think you're worth it.
So he's trusting that the thing he's doing for her will get him what he wants because he don't trust himself to do the thing for himself.
Exactly. You're not a part of that. Like, you ever heard somebody say you ain't about that life?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you ain't about that life. You ain't about the steakhouse life. So how the fuck you going to the steakhouse just because you met this bitch?
Oh, guys do that all the time.
That's the lack of trust.
Oh, bro. Guys will say, oh, that's too expensive. I'm not going to spend all that money. But when a woman, cost is no issue now. When a woman is involved.
Bro, let me tell you something. Any woman that I've ever been with, like most of the places that we go, I've been there or I've been to an equivalent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like all of the top places that I've been to, I've either been there before or I've been there as an equivalent, because and I'll just give a little bit, like Lucario and myself, as we got better and business got better, we purposely did things where we would get a certain hotel, right? And when we went to that city, we would purposely look up the best steakhouse in the city and say, look, let's go here. So me and Lucario were toasting and eating certain types of foods for a good minute. So the women that I'm with, the women that I deal with today, they are benefiting from what I did for myself. So the trust is built in. It's a lot of these niggas that the first time they set foot in a goddamn steakhouse is because of a bitch they met last week. And that is so fucking weak.
I bet you the first time they catch a flight is with a chick. The first time they go on a fucking trip or some type of vacation is with a bitch. Yes. A lot of these guys, they don't do shit for them. They don't love on themselves. They don't love on themselves. Bro, I will go to a restaurant by myself and sit there by myself and eat a whole meal by myself. You know what I'm saying? Watch a movie by myself. Go to a parade by myself. Go to a comedy show by my goddamn self.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? Because I enjoy my company, right? And this is why when a woman leaves you and you're that type of guy who enjoy your company, what does she take with her? Everything is already here. Everything was already here before she got. All she took was her pussy.
That's it.
I can get another one. and then some people might say, well, she took her love. Nigga, I love myself enough for both of us.
Both of
What did she take again? What did she take?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it, man.
Yeah, I will survive anything. You can take it. My thing is, what you describe, Miles, is the true. I built the life for me.
Yeah.
The byproduct is other people are going to want to be next to me, and they get the benefit of the ones I allow next to me of this life I built, compared to guys that build lives to attract a woman.
Right.
And that's what the purpose of the life they built. So it's not worth it unless there is a woman involved in it.
Right. Yep. Some men, that's how they roll.
And that starts to create all these different pills, I guess, because my thing is, if you're in the gym 24/7 to build that muscle, and you go to summertime, you're at the beach or you're at the pool, and hey, this is my body. Look at it. And then the ladies are, oh yeah. And then you see that fat fuck over there, right? and he's hanging with this lady, right? A nice looking, something you consider nice looking and everything. And you start to wonder, like, man, look at that fat fuck over there. Look at him. He need to be in the gym. He over here smiling and enjoying himself. And you don't really understand how he's smiling and enjoying himself. And I'm not saying being healthy, working out and stuff is something that you shouldn't do. I'm definitely not saying that. You should definitely be healthy for you. But you got to be careful, because when you create these lives when it's just for women and it doesn't work out exactly how you think it should, you start to hate. You start creeping in all these different sort of non-manly, non-masculine sort of behaviors.
Right. Exactly. Did you have more of the video?
Shout out to William Kime, the horse. A question?
Yeah, the horse whisperer.
Video.
Yeah,
Let me get to the video. Let me get to the
all
video. Let me get back, and I'll just play it through. I'm not gonna stop it no more.
And you shouldn't be laying down with a man for 10 years. Like, oh, what are we doing? What the f you mean? What are we doing? I don't shack. So if you want in-house, you need to get me a ring. I'm not doing your laundry. I'm not doing wife as a girlfriend. And most men are getting wife from girlfriends, and girls are not even girlfriends. And so they don't still know it.
What exactly is wife? What does that consist of?
Sacrifice.
Okay.
Sacrifice.
Tell me more.
What is sacrifice?
Sacrifice of what? Because you mentioned laundry, so give me some other
sacrifice of self. Like, this is what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And when you are a girlfriend, you can do that. When you're a friend, you can do that. Okay. When you're a wife, you have an obligation. Period.
Okay.
That's just what I think. So when I'm your girlfriend, like, whatever plan you have, it's still your plan for you and your wife.
Yeah.
Whoever that may be. I'm thinking that could be me, but that could very well not be me.
Right.
But when I'm your wife, I am in this with you. So I need to make equal sacrifices for that plan.
Right. So coming from somebody who's been in a relationship for 3.5 years, no ring because I don't want one, no marriage because I'm not.
That's different, though.
Right? I think what makes it
it's
so
not
different is not only how we were brought up. You were brought up in a household where there was marriage. There was something to emulate what that looks like.
And nobody's been like unmarried.
Okay, enough of that. Enough of this. Okay, no, it's not different. Okay, she said it's different because the woman is trying to imply I don't want it. I don't care about being a wife. So she said, well, it's different because you don't want to be. Okay, first of all, and I really want women to hear this. A lot of women don't know the first thing about being a wife because you're busy trying to tell a man what type of wife you're going to be for him instead of listening to him telling you what kind of wife he need. Right? Like it's kind of like a chick. Yeah, it's kind of like a chick saying what she's going to bring to the table. No, bitch, you don't get to tell me what you going. And shout out to Dana real quick. I know Dana be doing shows with Steve. She always talking about how much of percentage the bills that she ain't going to pay. It's never going to be more than this percent. Women need to understand the only time you get a say so with a man is if he's a chump, right? That's the only way, is if it's the guy you can walk over, right? Because if you're dealing with a man who's a man, You don't get to come into that man's life and dictate what you will and won't do. Well, I'm only going to pay 10%. Bitch, you're done, right? You don't get to dictate nothing, right? And she said something about in-house pussy. Now, I agree, right? A lot of guys, they be getting girlfriends and moving chicks in just so they can have access to steady pussy, which is dumb as fuck, right? But my thing is this though, right? My thing is this, and she says something. She said, if you want access to the pussy on a regular basis, give me a ring. And the reason why some women feel comfortable saying that is because they understand the value that you guys attach to sex. They understand, because there are guys who will speed up a marriage proposal just to get the chick in the crib so he can start fucking her on a regular basis. It's happened. Y'all got it.
Fact. Bitch ass niggas. That's a fact. Real talk. Real talk.
Every time we have these discussions, I'd be like, where are these weak dudes at? Because I don't associate with none of them. You know, but I know they're there.
Nah,
because
they there.
we wouldn't act like this if they weren't.
I don't even.
Guys, call in. The phone number 844-672-7300. Go ahead and call in, guys.
So Miles, question for you, Phil.
Yeah.
So he says, Miles, I've heard you say that man is the closest thing to God. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, there's a few things, right? Even if you big in the church, like the Baptist church or whatever, the natural order of things is God, man, woman, child. We all know this, right? So even in that order of the natural, in that paradigm of the natural order, God is God and man. So God is literally in that list. God is the closest thing. I mean, man is the closest thing to God. Now, in my perspective, the reason why I say these things is because, number one, it's a reminder to all men to it's sort of like a rule of thumb on how you should look at your value, right? I don't believe enough men value themselves. I don't believe enough men really understand their value. And I think if they could understand how parallel they are to God, I think it would make more sense for them to understand their how close they are to God. And 240, hold on one second, let me just finish up. And then the next thing I'll say too is that as men, we are the ones that we set the boundaries, we make the laws, we protect, we provide, we produce. Like we serve. All men serve. Like we're the bus drivers, we're the fucking coal miners, we're the fucking construction workers. We are the ones that create and build. Women enhance. You understand? So like a man will build a house. He'll build 4 walls and a roof. He'll put the woman in it, and then she'll buy the drapes and the curtains and she'll decorate the kitchen and the living room. She'll know where to put the furniture and all that shit to make it a comfortable space, right? But in order for a woman to do what she needs to do, a man must first do what he needs to do. And that is the closest thing to God, literally. But we got 240, you're on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got your host, Zach, we got Jay Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. No, well, this is Touchmaster. I already know who this is. Touchmaster, what's going on with you, OG? 240? Maybe I took too long to get back to him.
Oh, there we go. I'm off mute. There we go.
There you go. Old niggas trying to find a mute button. Remember, you gotta hide the keypad and then press the.
He's looking for the phone with the big buttons and shit. He's looking for one of those I falling and can't get up phones and shit.
Oh shit! Y'all got jokes now. I'm one of them. Look, I ain't one of them dad bod niggas. I take care of myself. Always have. Fuck that.
Nah,
I knew these days were coming.
Nah, nigga, yo, you got to do at least one thing every day. Take a walk, do a push up, something, nigga. You got to do at least one thing every day. That's a fact.
Yeah, if you can't do 20 push ups, you can't protect your house from nothing.
Facts. Shout out to Jazzy Jazz. Thanks for the links.
A good weekend to y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. You too. Good weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Honor the fallen.
Yes,
what
sir.
I like to say is, like you guys are hitting, some of the things I said way before I met you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of people in my circle, like Jay Roman said, now where are those guys? Because I don't associate my shit with losers. I just don't. When a nigga says something that ain't right, it's like, all right, have a good day.
Yeah, I'm going this way.
Can't.
Facts.
I can't. It's like, there's some bullshit. Like, even in the people that you associate your shit with, you got to know how to move around them. because sometimes some shit be funky. You know, just the other day I did something, and then I got a phone call because based on the fact that I just was in the space, my name came up in an incident, and I was like, nah, fuck that. Nope. No,
oh yeah, you always got to be sharp in every aspect of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
business, romance, sex, family, children, every aspect of your life. You got to keep your head on the swivel.
Real talk.
That's right. I called up because Miles, I keep forgetting to say this to you every time I called up. Since you came up with, your language exposes you, which a long time ago I said something differently about, man, that nigga talking Google shit or something. I Google Gaga. That's what I used to say back in the day.
Right.
There's a book out by a gentleman named Mr. Neely Fuller.
Okay. Yeah, I heard of him.
Neely Fuller was actually the mentor of Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. This is all DC shit, y'all.
Really nice.
She was a famous psychologist. Yeah, you know that book she wrote. Yeah, he was her mentor. Yeah, I met them. I used to go to the lectures and shit in DC back then. I used to meet all them niggas. But he wrote a book called The Compensatory Coded Language Book, and there's a workbook with it. I think that would elevate you for whatever you're doing, because you are a sharp brother when it comes to language. Because this breaks down language, how a certain class of people will say things in certain environments differently to you. And look at, man, I wish y'all could see this. Differently to you that they wouldn't say to somebody else.
What say what you said again so I could Google it.
Put the book in the Put the book in the comments, so not only Miles but everybody that's kind of listening.
A compensatory coded language book, workbook for victims of white supremacy, racism. That's the title. That is the
victims. I don't like
compensatory code language. Compensatory. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Just type up Neely Fuller. Just Google Neely Fuller. NELLY FULLER. His book should come up with it. Okay. It may or may not be on Amazon. I don't think it'd be on Amazon. This is
actually it is on. Hold on, it is on Amazon. It says hold on. It says the United Independent Compensatory Code System workbook for thought, speech, and actions for a victim of racism, white supremacy. It's in paperback. Yeah, it is on it.
Read that, and I'm gonna tell you, you could. This brother here, he's about 100 years old now. This brother back in the day, I used to listen to what he said. I go in my job, and I'm listening to people what they say, and I say, and I used to always get beat down in trouble. Well, sir, you just said this, but then you're saying this, which doesn't mean that. And they're like, well, no. Like, for instance, I give you a perfect example. I used to do work process serving, and the lady I have to report to, she used to call the client and say, yeah, that's a bad address. And I said, no, it's not a bad address. The person doesn't live there. A bad address means the numbers does not exist in the series on the block. That's the bad address.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about semantics, really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear what you're trying to say.
It's clear.
No. I hear what you're saying. No, because what? No. Real quick. No, I hear what you're saying. Words have meaning. So what happens is, because we're lazy here in America, we're lazy as fuck when it comes to academia. What people do is they take shortcuts and they say, well, that means that, but I'm gonna start using that. You know what I'm saying? Just so I don't have to say that. And then what happens is it just becomes. It's kind of like Spanish. There is what's the word I'm looking for? There is can't think of the word I'm looking for. There is Spanish, like regular Spanish, and then there is Spanish where it's mixed up, like the younger people speak it. Right? I can't. There's a particular way that they call it. But my point is, people will take words that have very specific meanings in the English language, and then they'll take that word or that phrase, and then they'll use it to mean something completely different. But it sounds similar. Spanglish. There you go. Spanglish. There you go. Yeah. There you go. I couldn't think of it. Spanglish. There you go. Where if an older person, they wouldn't understand it because it's broken up. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I want to say something to you, Touchmaster. Check this out. So I have a post on my YouTube community page, and any of you guys could go check it out. But I have something that is very similar. It's called "Sleight of Mouth" by Robert Dilts.
Okay, yep.
And that's on my community post page on my YouTube that you guys can check out. But it's a 51 video playlist of a presentation that he did where he talks about a similar thing. And this one has more to do with like business and social interaction and not necessarily like racism. You understand?
Oh, y'all might all y'all might want to go watch that. If it's business and social interactions, all y'all might want to go watch that shit.
It's called Sleight of Mouth. So what he does is he literally talks about how where you can change one word in a statement and it can change the entire meaning if you have a full understanding of language and how people receive things. You understand? And so it's similar to the whole code system where, for example, if a lot of people love to use the word but, right? Where I've been, I've noticed that using the word and is a lot more inclusive and connective. Right. So, so if you're talking to somebody, right, you're talking to a loved one, and then you say, or you're talking to a friend and you say, yo, K-Zag, I like your glasses, but that hat looks funny because it's covering the top part of your face. You understand? It's easier for a person to be like, yo, this nigga Miles criticizing the way I dress. You see what I'm saying? But if I looked at K-Zag and I said, yo, Zag, I like your glasses and your hat kind of covers the top part of your face. It sounds more like I'm trying to help out.
The word but fucked up the whole thing. Just the word but.
You see, you see how it changed the mood of what I said? I'm gonna do it again. Yo, K-Zag, I like your glasses, but your hat is covering up the top of your face.
Yep.
Right.
Check out. I'm gonna just change one word. Yo, K-Zag, I like your glasses, and your hat is covering up the top of your face.
Changes the whole mood of the dynamic.
I once read a book where even pausing changes the whole dynamic of the thing.
It gives people a chance to
tea bag.
Yeah, to receive.
Pass me the tea bag. And it's just like
no, but real quick. Even when it comes to talking to women, when we talk about passive versus assertive language, people don't understand how important the human language is when it comes to influencing thoughts, like and influencing your mood, right? Like you said, it's not even a sentence. It's literally a word within a sentence, and you take that word out and insert another word. It literally changes the mood of the person receiving it. Whereas the but is like, this nigga about to say something negative. But and you're not defensive. You're still you're in the same mode of thought you was in when he started the conversation. You stay the synergy stays the same. But fucks it up. It fucks up the synergy immediately. That's dope.
I want to really pause real quick and give this, to catch people up. Now, we started talking about something else, and now we're talking about language, which is really great. Fellas, this is something that you take key to say, hey, now we're talking about how to become a better communicator.
Exactly.
We're talking about how our speech matters when it comes to communicating to individuals that's in our world. So that is still game. Like, you have to learn how to take every part of the discussion and apply it to yourself.
Right.
We're not as great communicators as some people believe. Like, I was one of them. I used to believe bitch, I said what I said. I didn't slur.
Yeah, but sometimes when you say shit and you have that attitude, there's a saying you get more bees with honey than vinegar or some shit like that. And sometimes it's just being mindful, like even with being a good leader, is being mindful of how your words impact the person that you're leading.
Exactamundo. So like, we have to realize, as men, we're always critiquing ourselves. We're always improving ourselves and become a better communicator. And I plan on reading some of these books, Miles. I appreciate you guys even talking about it because, I'm steadily becoming a better version of myself every day, every minute. So, you know, fellas, take heed and learn what we're, you know, at this very moment. But go ahead. I'm just.
There you
No,
go.
I
There
just
you
like
go.
to say one more thing before I let you guys go, because it's related to the topic too. I think I put it in the chat, and I heard this long time ago before I even met you guys too. A lady, an old woman, had told a younger woman back then at a cookout that she was bitching about, I'm not gonna fix his plate, this and that. He just hanging out with it and that. The older woman said, no matter who it is, if that man's in your presence and he is, you know, with you at the moment or whatever you are doing, you're supposed to look out for that man. All right. And if you don't, in the long run, if you do become his wife, being that you have no practice, you won't know how to perform it or even be the wife.
That's
Exactly.
see right there. See, this is what some women think. Some women think you can just go buy a book on how to be a wife, not understanding that each man has a different requirement of what he expects from a wife. So when she says all this shit I'm not gonna do, why would that man even make you a girlfriend if you're not doing the shit necessary to even go to the next level beyond that?
Don't even know the mess. Like I think Lucario made I gotta go, but Lucario said something a while back. If you tell a bitch to make a sandwich, a good bitch is gonna ask you, how do you want your sandwich?
What do you want? Exactly.
Yeah, what do you want on your sandwich?
But if she just starts making a sandwich, what she's saying is, I think your standards are so low. Any way I make it, you will take it just to have it.
Facts.
And some guys would.
Or even based on the last dude she was with. That's how she's gonna make the sandwich.
Facts. Yep.
Yes.
And
his sandwich. She made you his sandwich. Go ahead.
Real quick, guys. I put the sleight of mouth thing in the chat, so you guys could copy paste that link, and it's in my community post on my YouTube page as well.
I thank you, brothers. I gotta go. Sorry for steering it that way, but that's it. The communication is key. Gotta go. Have a great cookout and do well, man. Everybody do well.
I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for calling in. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and this is what I want to say, because the lady in the video says something, and I want to touch on that. Pause. Unless you're a lady, I want to touch all on that. But anyway, so what I want to talk about is something that she said about doing shit for men. Now, this is what I will warn you guys. Okay, and all of us talked about it at various times and you know, pre-recordings, live streams, things of this nature. Guys, if you're dealing with a woman that you just met, like she's new in your life, if she starts trying to do shit, if you know for a fact you don't want to deal with this woman beyond sex, don't let her do anything. Don't let her do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, even when it comes to folding laundry and all this other shit. And if you're gonna let her do it, then you need to tell her, hey, look, as long as you know, if you do that shit, it ain't gonna change nothing. Okay, as long as you understand, it's not gonna change anything between us, right? So the problem with some guys, y'all like when women do shit for you and you get comfortable with her doing shit, not understanding that there's an expectation from her about how you're going to respond to her going forward after she does those things for you. So if you know you're not going to date this woman seriously, if you're not going to fuck with her, you can't allow her to think that her doing things for her is going to get her to another level in your life when you know she'll never get there. And that's where management comes in at. So even when we talk about, shout out to Miles and Lucario with the vetting, like even vetting a fuck buddy, you have to understand the only way to have a fuck buddy is for her to understand that all we're doing is just fucking. So if she tries to introduce other shit outside of fucking, that's fucking up the fuck buddy dynamic that I want. Because she's introducing other shit. And you guys, you think, well, that's what she wants to do. I don't see the problem. Bro, it's a huge problem. Because it's going to fuck up the dynamic of your shit. But y'all got
Guys, call in.
I cracked
672-7300, 844-672-7300. Go ahead.
I crack up because it's a lot of information we'll be throwing at people.
Right.
It's a lot of stuff that we're throwing at people, and I try to put it in practical form, and I try to kind of sit back and listen as if this is the first time me hearing stuff or thinking about this stuff and how to actually apply it. And I really want guys to understand that this is stuff that you're thinking in your head. This is stuff that you are being observant about, but you're still enjoying the interaction.
Facts.
Right. After she folds your clothes, you don't have to have a discourse about it. You don't have to say, hey, look, I just want to let you know, I know you folded those whitey tighties, but ain't gonna be no, like, there's ways. And then it's kind of funny how we went into communication, right? We started talking about language. There's ways to say certain things and to keep the mood still light, to keep it playful, but get your point across. And that's going to come through your personality. That's why you have to have your own personality, to know who you are and how to say things and to communicate it. So, I really want you guys to understand your interaction with ladies should be very, very fun. It should be joyful, but your observation, because of who you are and the standards in your head, should always be on point where you're checking that stuff off. Now, it may not have to come across that in your interaction, but to yourself, make sure you're able to, read these things, decipher these things, and speak to yourself about them.
And to your point, Jay Roman, you don't always have to verbalize everything to women. Just show them with your actions that you're consistent with what you initially set out to do. So if you don't want to date that woman seriously, you don't have to have no long, drawn out conversation about it, right? As long as you show her, women are not dumb, right? Women pay more attention to your actions than your words anyway, right? So just make sure that you just your actions should be in alignment with what you set her expectations for, right? Exactly. So if I set her expectations that we're gonna have a very enjoyable, mutually beneficial sexual romp for the next few weeks, couple months, however long it lasts, then my actions need to be in alignment with exactly what the expectations are from her.
Facts. Hey, real quick, can you put up that post by Matthew LaRoche? Right above the one you got.
Right there.
Yeah, shout out to Matthew LaRoche. He said, shouts out to everything y'all do. Also, I just received Cunningham Elements fragrances. Truly amazing. That's what we talked about. Oh, and there Matthew LaRoche, he sent the $10 cash app as well. So shout out to Matthew, man. Appreciate you.
Shout out to him. Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you for
he says, you know what? Speaking, there's something else, Miles, that someone else said.
Frankie Miles, he said, I received the fragrance past Wednesday. I must say the fragrance is the real deal. I'm looking forward to putting in another order.
Oh shit. On that.
Putting another order for more. Hey, appreciate you, Frankie. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for shout out to the people that's getting the fragrance, man. Yeah, man. We put in a lot of work into that, man. Shout out to my lady and for getting it done, helping me getting it done and all that, man. But guys, the fragrance, look, I love it. I have some right here. Lucario loves it. It's I love it, man. It's dope, man. That shit is it's like whiskey, champagne, musk, and leather and tobacco all wrapped into one. It's good, man. It's really good.
That sounds like the manly shit.
I'm telling you.
I got you.
Yo, somebody said is presidential. Somebody said that yesterday on the show. They said it smelled really presidential. Okay. Bro, I love it, man. I really think it's a good fragrance, honestly. I really think it's a good fragrance. So guys, I gotta
check my boy out there. Hold on.
Yeah, go to Cunningham.
I gotta get my order in. Yeah. I like ordering through Miles though.
I gotta go right now.
Y'all don't know. I'll be like, hey, Miles, send me some. He'd be like, cash app. I send that cash. Let's go.
Let's go.
Get it. So.
Yeah, Cunningham Elements. Go to Cunningham Elements, guys, and make your order, man. And I upgraded my packaging where I got is a nice little black box with the sticker on there, and then the bubble wrap on everything is protected, man. Look, it's a whole different experience than what I gave y'all before. So anybody who's ordered from me before, where y'all got that little green bubble package, it's not like that anymore. Like I stepped up the packaging and everything. So please holla at your boy. Go to do yourself a favor, invest in yourself, go to Cunningham Elements and get your masculine identity fragrance. I got the fire on the front page, nigga. I got you were supposed to put yourself on the this nigga K-Zag. Yo, there go the website right there. It got the fire on the front page. There you go. There you go.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Yeah, Mouse, go ahead and send me, man. Just we'll do our normal interaction.
All right,
transaction then. So
all right,
I gotta check.
So yeah. Get up on that. This shit is fire. Oh, hold on. I gotta hold on. I gotta put myself up there. Hold on, real quick. Let me move you out the way.
What y'all say about this shirt right here?
It's
I'm about to be out today.
It's fine, nigga. It's but come on, it gives the Where's Waldo vibes. I can't.
Yeah, He's
He's right
here. He's right here.
Yes, sir. That's the website right there. They go to Cunningham Soap. They go to Masculine Identity Soap. You know what I'm saying? It's a fire website, man. Go through, man. Go through. Go get your Masculine Identity Parfum. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Oh shit! All right, so I got to make sure that the Pornhub don't pop up. That could have been dangerous.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous.
Right over there. He's the one who said it in my ear. Right over there. Yeah.
So real quick, yeah. Y'all fuck with Miles, and I'm definitely gonna go there after we get off the show. So real quick, what are we talking about? Avoid wasting time on women who don't share your vision. What I find interesting, Miles and Jay, is yesterday, Miles, you and L did a show, and I believe a guy called in, and he was talking about. He said that he had sex with over 200 chicks, right? Mm-hmm. I always laugh when guys give a number. I always laugh, right? Because the moment they give a number, I already know they ain't got no game. The moment they say a number, I already know they ain't got no game. So he was talking about how he had sex with all of these chicks, but yet he was talking about looking for a woman, but didn't know why he wanted a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said something about there were people on dating apps or Facebook dating or something who were basically outing him for being a womanizer or something like that. So it was almost like he was looking for a girlfriend to kind of cover up that insecurity with people saying, oh, he's a womanizer, he's a player. Oh, Ross, I already know he's lying. Look, let me tell y'all something. When guys say they had sex with 100 or 200 chicks, do you know the work you have to put in to deal with women, both sexually and non-sexually, to even get to that point? So just by default, you're going to learn a whole lot dealing with that many fucking women. So when guys say they had sex with that many chicks, no, you didn't. You just said a number that sounded good. Say what now?
You know how many panel tests you got to take, and seeing your doctor look at you like that and wonder.
It's just, but when you listen to him talk,
you got to worry about.
When you listen to him talk, it's like, bro, you sound like a guy who don't know your way around women, but yet you've had sex with 200. It don't make sense. It don't make sense because of the questions that they're asking. But this is the point I want to make. I want to get back to whenever you ask these guys, why do you want a girlfriend? They can never answer it. They can never. They'll either say, I don't know, or they'll say some shit about love or affection or some sappy shit. Okay. Or I'm just tired of playing around, and you can't deal with multiple women forever, right? So which means that somebody else is influencing you, you know what I'm saying, to think a certain way, right? But no, guys, look,
man, lazy dudes.
You said what?
I said lazy dudes, man. It's all these women out here, man. Yeah. Take your 10, okay? If it's 10-1 or 8-1, 5 of them are yours, okay? The other 3, we know how the other 3 went, but 5 of them are yours. So.
Yeah, the fact that you could keep count is funny. And shout out to Limitless. He says, "Dear Miles, Deluxe smells like all your business deals gonna go through." And he's asking if I plan to make an oil in the future. Maybe I might make an oil, but not right now. I'm just focused on the eau de parfum, But yeah, let me see. Guys, call in 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300. It's a free call, guys. The Manhood is a Skill Set Show is a free call-in show for now. So go ahead and call in. And go to Cunningham Elements and get your records.
And let me just say this about guys, because people are talking about, it's cap. Look, let me tell you something. We're not teenagers. when you was a teenager and 18, 17, 16, all that, talking about all that shit was cool. Maybe even early 20s, college age. But we full-grown men, many decades over. Like niggas, like bragging about how many chicks you slept with. That's a young man thing. And not even a man. That's a young guy thing. That's a young person's thing, right? My thing is this: show me how women treat you. Just because that will say everything about you. The fact that a bunch of women want to have sex with you, that really doesn't say a whole lot about you, right? But solid quality women showing up for you says a whole lot more about you than how many fucking chicks you fucked that everybody else is fucking. Because this is what I do know. Women might fuck a lot of dudes, but when it comes to bringing their A game and showing up for a man, there's only but so many men they're going to do that for. So the amount of men they have sex with will always outnumber the amount of men they actually show up for.
That's a fact.
So to me, that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like when I look at my niggas, shout out. Yeah, go ahead, Miles. My bad.
No, real quick. That's why when guys be on the joint talking about, yo, I fucked this amount of women, I'm like, where they at now? And they be like, well,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even.
And the first thing I say is, go ahead.
No, just when people say that, okay. Like your number doesn't do anything for me. You can say 400. I had sex with 400 women.
Yeah.
What you have sex with don't make me come. So
well, not
cool.
Yeah, not only that, but
you're here
women
now,
don't like you.
And you could be a simp
women
with
don't
400 women. You could be a simp still with 400.
Bro,
exactly.
Bro, but J. Roman, okay, there's no way you had 200 women in your bed and none of them liked you. None of them wanted to kick it with you. Not one.
Not one wanted to stay.
Not one.
Fold a basket of laundry. Not one.
That's what I'm saying. Not one. Not one wanted to heat you up a hot pocket. Not one.
Hey man, high five for you.
Come on, man.
But, good for you. Good for you. It's almost like when
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like, all right, son, good for you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You had 200 chicks and you didn't have no pregnancy scares, nigga. You 200 chicks and you made it clean out that motherfucker on the other side.
You know what I mean?
Nothing.
Look, I know. Look. I know.
Ain't no way, bro.
I know I ain't the only one,
No.
but I know y'all done had like a good summer. You know what I'm talking about? Like it must have been your summer. You ever had a summer like that where you just
I've had a few of those summers.
Well, I couldn't miss. I felt like I couldn't miss. Yeah, I felt like I couldn't miss. Yeah.
It didn't happen every time, but you ever had that one you just like think about how many times you went to the doctor, how many scares you had, how many that's a lot to think about all day long. Go on, call.
We got a phone call.
We got 502. You're on live on the Manhunt is a Skills Show. We got your host K-Zag. We got J. Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What's going on, gentlemen? It's Phoenix, Louisville, Kentucky. 42.
Phoenix, what's going on, man?
Phoenix, what's good? Good, bro.
Now, what's going on? How y'all doing this weekend?
Chilling. Having a good weekend, man. What's going on with you? What you want to talk about?
I just want to call in and when y'all was talking about the when y'all said that dude got like 200 women and then none of them like him.
Right.
Hey man, I had a homie that was like that, so it does happen. It is true that a dude can bounce at me. Now he didn't have 200, but he had he had a little bit close to 100, but didn't none of them like him.
No, Phoenix. No. That's see.
You said didn't none of them like
this? Is no, Phoenix. This is what happens for some guys. There are some guys who are great at scoring casual sex encounters. They're great. They can pull chicks easily. Because they're sexually appealing. Being sexually appealing doesn't mean women are going to enjoy the sex, though. So if women aren't sticking around, it's a combination of both. You suck in bed, and women don't like you. Like they don't like you as a person, right? Because I'm sorry, bro. If you slept with 200 bitches and you ain't have no stalkers, nigga. You ain't have chicks blowing up your phone for the dick. Come on, bro.
Stalker.
Not one?
Yeah.
Not one? That's what I'm saying.
Now, Zach, you completely right about that. And I'm going to tell you how he did it. For one, it was always, like you said, casual encounters. So it was usually women online dude would fake it on his profile, like he lied about everything, his height, what he did for work and shit like that. So then he would meet the women, and the women would come through the crib and be like, man, and then just because they was there, he'd go ahead and you know what I'm saying, they go ahead and just throw him some pity pussy and shit like that. But he never got no return.
It makes sense. So he's one of those guys, he pretended he had a lifestyle he didn't really have.
Yeah, catfish nigga.
Yeah. He was a cat.
Okay.
That's what he would do. Okay. And then he never got no returns. Like every once in a while, he would get one that might come back maybe 2-3 times, maybe. But then these would be like, these were low bottom of the barrel.
My bad. I'm sorry. Repeat that part, Phoenix.
I said these were like your lowest bottom of the barrel women. Like he didn't turn none down. Like any woman that was on just whatever. He said yes to every piece of pussy that he could possibly get.
See, in Phoenix, you're absolutely right. There are guys out there who have, and they're saying it in the chat, they have a great catch hand, but they can't keep chicks. So if chicks are, and guys, by no means should you be trying to keep a woman. What we're saying is women should willfully want to stay because they just enjoy you so much, right? But if women aren't wanting to stay, you suck as a person. Like literally, you suck as a person. But go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, Zach, you're right, and that was my next point I was gonna make. Like, dudes think that's cool because you're like, oh, I'm just fucking these hoes. Because here's what he would say. I'd be like, oh, I'm just fucking these hoes. But then as we got older into our 30s, because I known dudes since high school, since we was 14. But then as we got older in our 30s, it took a toll on him. So then he was always trying to talk to these women, trying to keep them, and he couldn't keep them, and it would fuck with his head all the time. And he would sit there and be like, and it made him real bitter towards women. And he couldn't get nothing.
Exactly.
There you go.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't care what people say, men and women alike. We need each other. Right? We might not need each other on some relationship type shit, but we need each other. And this is what I mean by that. When you're dealing with a woman who really gives a fuck about you and you like her, it's a beautiful thing how she is with you. It's a beautiful the companionship and the affection from a submissive woman who's feminine it's a beautiful thing, right? So you might not crave it. That's a beautiful. Hey, nigga, y'all know what it is. Hey, you might not necessarily be searching because I don't search for it,
right?
And I don't search for it because I know I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna meet women who want to do that at some point, right? Not every woman is gonna want to give me that energy, but I'm gonna meet my fair share who do, right? So the problem with guys, they think they're cool with just fucking. At some point in time, you're gonna meet a chick that you kind of like a little bit, right? That's just reality, right? And you might not necessarily want a relationship, but what's gonna happen is you're getting zero affection. Nobody act like they give a fuck. It's gonna have an impact years and years later, bro. It's just like women. Women might, I don't want a man. I'm cool with just fucking them. At some point, it's gonna bother you that nobody gives a fuck about you. But go ahead, y'all got it.
Right. I agree with you, Zach, because I think like we're better together than we are apart as men and women. And I think that feminine energy comes out, bounces us as men. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that you want to be feminine, but it kind of makes you a more of a well-rounded man than you just going out there. It's kind of like I tell people, man, like the people who just go out and fuck and they don't see anything beyond a person beside that. You like that old junkyard dog that's just chained up in the back, just barking at every damn body, biting, snapping.
It takes its toll, bro. You at some point as a man, even you don't got to be in a relationship, but at some point there has to be a side of you that women want to get next to. There just has to, and if there isn't, bro, I don't care what you say. I'm just gonna pump and dump chicks, bro. After a while. You that feeling of a woman caring about you, once you feel it, bro, it's a feeling you like, and you can't run from that. It doesn't mean you're searching for it, but it's a feeling that you like.
Plus, man, when you go out there and you do all that work, as we do as men, man, it's nice to be able to share that side of you than just pumping and dumping. You know, like you're a whole human being out here. You doing a whole bunch of shit. You know, you want to show that off to women. You know what I'm saying? But them dudes like that, they don't get a chance to do that.
Well, see, I'm not. Well. Me, I'll just use myself as an example, right? When I'm chilling doing my thing, bro, I am not thinking about these women one way or the next. But Phoenix, this is what I do know, and again, I alluded to it earlier. I know I'm going to meet women who want to get next. I know that, so I don't think about it. It's kind of like water. You don't think about wondering where you're going to get water from. You know what I'm saying? So even with women, once you've experienced, and I'm not even talking about just sex. I'm talking about meeting your fair share of women who want to fuck with you. Once you've met your fair share, even if you ain't met one in the last month, you know, out of the next 10 chicks I meet, 1 or 2 is probably going to be that be on my, you know what I'm saying? You just, eventually it's going to come. It's coming cycles. It's going to come where you meet a chick who just who's all about you. She prioritizes you. So if you're the type of guy where you're constantly searching for it, the first chick that come along that show you something, you're going to try and cuff her. Right? But if you are used to women doing shit, you know to take your time with it because you know chicks be on their best behavior. You know, I know for the first couple months she don't want to upset the apple cart, so you can afford to take your time because you know it's gonna come back around, and it might not be this chick, it might be 5 chicks from now. Right. But y'all got it.
Yeah.
Did you just say it upset the apple cart?
I did say that.
Yeah, man. I mean, Nab was born in 1836, man. Y'all know he just look good.
We know what that means.
I'm an old nigga with an older nigga soul, dog. You know what
I think one of the words though is balance. Is that balance, right? But I think you can only get to that point if you're not from a position of thirst. And exactly. I think if you built your life to thirst and your main focus was just get, it's going to make you thirsty for every interaction because that's what you're used to. Mm-hmm. But if you built yourself, you know, to be cool with yourself, like I'm good at the house by myself and I'm good with somebody there. I enjoy both, both the times of interaction with days and stuff. So, you know, you have to build yourself with a certain balance where. And then understand the role of things. Because if not, you're off kilter or the apple cart is off a little bit, you know.
That's right, my apple cart. That's right.
The apple cart. You know, people forget the basis, you know, we're men and women. There's only two of us on this earth, men and women. Right. So, you know, it's natural. The connection of things is natural. What's that one movie? How to Be a Player? When he had the pimp on there, I forgot it. He says, "Hey, this man-woman thing is natural, and it ain't gonna stop. This is it's just embedded in all of us. So
we're always gonna seek each other out. We're gonna seek each other out.
Sometimes you do want a soft back rub from one of God's beautiful creatures. You know, other times, hey, leave me the fuck alone. So like, it's a balance of things."
Yeah, sometimes I like taking a nap and waking up and there's a half naked chick cooking in the kitchen, but she got to earn that position though. You know what I'm saying? See, I can enjoy it more once the woman has proven that she's worthy of that lofty position I placed her in. Because now I can look at her and I can shake and I'm like, job well done. You earned the right to be in my kitchen cooking me a meal, butt ass naked right now, right? And that's the thing with guys, even with the clip, make women earn shit because. Regardless of how bitter or defensive some women may be when they're online talking about this shit, they still want that man. They still want to fall head over heels in love with that guy. And as bitter as that chick sounded, when she meets that man, all that shit she was saying online is going out the window. It's going out. It's going out the window. She gonna be folding the niggas' laundry 2 weeks in. Mark my words. I don't
really do this.
Mark my words. She gonna be folding. And guys, let me just say this real quick. And don't get enamored or easily swayed by women doing shit for you. Don't get easily caught up in that, right? And I shout out to again Miles and Elle because I know y'all talk about it, and I've talked about it. A woman offering to do something of her own volition or unsolicited, it's coming from a place usually she has an agenda already, right? And there's nothing wrong with a woman having an agenda. Gentlemen, so as long as you are aware of it and you make sure that whatever agenda she has that's not in alignment with yours, that shit gets pushed way the fuck over there. Like she can't bring that over here. She can't bring that agenda over here, right? So whatever agenda she has, she either gotta eradicate it or it has to be in alignment with your shit. And that's just really being compatible. Like when people start negotiating all of this shit they will and won't do, only people who aren't compatible do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're compatible with people, you just let shit happen organically, right? You just let shit happen. But even with women, guys, even though shit happen organically, you can't say, well, in 2 months, I feel like I'm head over heels in love. It happened organically. I'm ready for a relationship. No, nigga. Catch yourself. Police yourself. And in my opinion, Miles, this is just my personal opinion about the vetting process. A large part of it for me personally is you policing yourself. Is you having checks and balances with yourself to hold yourself to a standard so you don't do dumb shit behind this chick. Like when I met this my ex-wife. When I first met her, the very first time I was introduced to her, I was like, something about this chick. I need to know more. Right? This is what I'm thinking to myself. But I still knew, but I can't make her more than a fuck buddy though right now. Just there's something about her that intrigues me that typically doesn't intrigue me about a woman. So I got a feeling my interest in her is probably going to be more than sexual. But be that as it may, I still have to stick to the script of my shit and what I do and how I make women prove themselves, even though I want to rush through it, like in my mind, because I think I know what I'm seeing. I have to chill. And here's the thing, guys. Sometimes shit is going so seemingly well, you are afraid, some of you guys, that if I don't act on it now,
she gonna leave.
She ain't the way she's being now. She won't be no more.
Right.
I'm gonna miss out on capturing her. So I gotta pull the trigger now. But y'all got
it. Hey, Zach.
Real quick, Zach. Oh, yeah, go ahead, J. Rome.
No. Go ahead, caller. You call him in. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, well, about the video, and one thing I noticed that about the video, and then a lot of things people are saying that when the women are like, well, I'm not going to pay the 50-50. I'm only going to do 30%. Oh, I'm only going to do this and this. My first thing I always think of, like, how do they know what percent they're paying? So are these dudes just literally sitting down with these women going, look, this is how much all the bills are, this and this and this, and this is your portion. But instead of doing that, why not be like, hey, look, this is how much you paying? She might not know she's paying 70% if she can afford it. Or 20% or whatever. No.
So Phoenix, all of that percentage is internet shit. Like in real life, people don't discuss percentages. They literally pull out a bill and say, you pay that, you pay that, you pay that. People don't really discuss percentages. I never discussed a percentage with any woman. A lot of this internet shit, people take it and they regurgitate it. And all it does is it pushes both men and women further away from where we both need to be. Because everybody's playing defense. Everybody's trying not to get played. But y'all got it.
Okay, I feel it.
And I'll say this about the vetting process: like, a woman doing things on her own volition can be a good thing, but it comes only after a successful vetting process. It comes only after she's gone through understanding the standards of the man, and so when she does something, you will realize that it's in alignment with what the man seeks, with the man's desires, right? And so then and only then you can allow her to, because look, again, like we said earlier in the show, everybody does things for themselves. So the woman is, even though she's doing something for you, she still has an agenda. She still has an agenda of success and security for herself, right? But she's doing it in line with your success because she knows that her security and success comes with your success. You understand? So that's the whole point of the vetting process, to make sure that her agenda is in line with your agenda, because we all have agendas. We're all actually selfish people. Because even Mother Teresa, everybody was like, oh, well, what do you mean everybody's selfish? What about Mother Teresa and Gandhi? Mother Teresa did what she did because doing for other people made her feel good. That's still selfish.
Thank you.
Gandhi did what he did. Gandhi did what he did because he felt he felt a certain boost in his ego to do the kind and things that he sacrificed for his people. He wanted to do that. You understand? He wanted to do that because that's what made him feel good about himself. So we're all selfish. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about Mother Teresa or Gandhi. I'm not trying to discredit them or anything. But at the same time, we have to understand the reality of being selfish. So even when your woman does something for you, the reason why you got to take her through the vetting process is because you got to make sure that her agenda is actually your agenda. That's what it's about. That's what the vetting process does. So now, for example, when my woman does something for me, I get a fucking a cologne line out of it, because she knows, well, if my man is successful, then that means, you know, great dinners and great trips, and I ain't got to worry about shit.
It rolls down.
I'm going to his house, and I'm comfortable. I'm secure. He ain't never got a we ain't stranded on the side of the road because he ain't got enough money to order a tow truck and all this other shit. That's what she's not really thinking that. She's not thinking that up front in her mind, like, oh, well, I'm doing this so my man is. No, she's like, oh yeah, you know, he has a line and masculine identity, and I love him and I want him to be successful. But when she puts money in my pocket through doing those things, she's securing herself.
And the byproduct of putting money in your pocket is you spend it on her.
But see, it's the byproduct of a man that has an identity, that knows himself. Because there's something that we have to say. We take pride in being the type of man that we are. And it's not predicted. It's not the word predicted, but it's not predicated.
Is that her shout out herself? Is that her?
Yeah, that's
exactly. It's not predicated on.
Sorry about that.
It's not predicated on the woman that you're with, though.
Right. Exactly.
Because you're that type of man, because you want to be that type of man. And that's what's going to be, because now the engine is already built. The engine is moving. The engine is already there. You just added a little gasoline to it, and you're going to get something out of it. Right. So my thing is, like, you have to be that person already for her to even get that benefit out of it. And she has to recognize, oh, okay, I got this type of dude.
Exactly.
That the more I put in, the more will come out, you know, that I get the benefit off of just him doing what he does.
What he does, exactly.
Look, exactly. Let me say this.
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys have to realize, the older I get, I realize two things can be true at the same time. So she can fold those clothes because of her background, her raising. Her mom told her fold those man's clothes and do whatever. And she could also do it because she wants something in return.
Exactly.
Both things can be true at the same time. We have to be disciplined. And Zag, you said it earlier, and I wanted to comment on it. Like, sometimes it's intoxicating. Like, you'll meet a woman and y'all just laugh, you talk, and the vibe is strong, right? You just like, damn, man, she just. I had a girl wake up and sing to me, and I smelling bacon in the kitchen. She's wearing, you know, my t-shirt and, you know, all this other stuff. And I'm like, man, that moment can be intoxicating. Like, man.
Yes. It's a great feeling. Yes.
And then you come out and be like, hey, I got to drop you off at the house. Okay, no problem. You know, just let me know when you want to hang out again. You know, you're like, all right. She giving me no trips or nothing. And then you start to move things faster in your head. And next thing you know, you skip some stuff. And it ain't because of her.
You skip steps.
Because of you. And those moments, looking at these intoxicated moments, like,
you're getting too excited. You're getting too excited.
You got some goofy stuff. Yeah, I got a good one. I got a cool one. I got this one. I got that one. After 2 weeks, you telling your fellas, man, I don't know, man. This one kind of different. She different.
Exactly. After 2 weeks, she's different, nigga. Please,
different. You different. You acting different. You're acting outside of yourself.
Exactly.
So you know,
and she ain't different. She's just the newest one. That's all.
Yeah.
Just the newest one.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Go ahead, Jay Roman. What was you saying?
Yeah.
That was a call.
Phoenix got it.
Let me give you the last word. Let me give you the last word till we get hopefully get some more calls up in there, man.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't have anything else to say, man. I was just absorbing the game. I can jump back in. I'll just listen, let y'all get somebody else on the line.
Appreciate the call, Phoenix.
Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. You have a good weekend. Be safe out there, man. Glad to hear from you. Hope to hear from you again. And yeah, man, have a good weekend.
Of course, no
There you
doubt. I'll
go.
holler at y'all.
Peace, brother.
Appreciate
All
you.
right.
Appreciate
I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm about to leave the studio. Hold on. Guys, call in.
So-
Call in. Hold on, Jay. Hold on, Kay. We got about 10 minutes left of the show, guys. 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300. We are not doing any overtime today, guys. It's Memorial Day weekend. If you want a phone call now. Don't play around. We're gonna be out of here at 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Central. So don't play around, man. If you're calling in, go ahead and call in now.
There you go. Facts. Let me say this, Miles, because you were talking about your woman doing the cologne shit. And let me just say this about women doing stuff for their men. When a woman knows you, she knows how to put you in a great mood. She knows the things to do that will put you in a great mood. An example, one of my exes, she would take my watches and she would go get them all, like the stainless steel ones, and she would get them cleaned, buffed, put batteries in them and bring them all back. And I wouldn't ask her to do it. She would just do it on her own. But what she realized was when Kerry is in a great mood, when he's in a great mood,
everything's better.
He fucked me great. The dates is the way he's affectionate. He's loving on me, right? So she knows that when my mood is good, she benefits from it. So to your point, Miles, it's okay if a woman does something knowing that she's gonna directly or indirectly benefit from it. Because again, women don't do shit just for you. Yeah, they might do shit with you in mind.
Right.
But they're gonna benefit. And it's okay that they benefit. That's the whole point, is you guys, you're a couple. It's okay if you do something and she benefits and she does something and you benefit. It's supposed to be that way. Y'all got it.
And that's why it's about compatibility and not just blind attraction. You understand? Because you can attract somebody and y'all date and fuck for a month and it fizzles out. Because y'all wasn't really compatible because it was just about the sexual attraction. But and that's a part with those guys that have all those bodies, but no woman ever stuck around. I feel bad for those guys because they don't get to experience the full experience, right? They only experience one aspect of getting with a woman. But
of a woman, they get the fuck.
Exactly. We got 856. You are on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got your host K Zag. We also have Jay Roman and Miles. Name 8 City. How can we help you?
It is Matt from Jersey. I'm 26.
Right.
I just wanted to know. I just want to know if this situation is salvageable. I was
nope.
Met a chick at a bar, and I started. I guess I was simping. I bought some food for both of us. It was
wait. So all right,
about $20.
What happened? What happened in the situation? What happened? Just tell us what happened. You bought food for $20,
okay.
And how long have you known this chick? First of all, how long have you known her?
It was like I was just chilling for like a couple hours.
So what happened? Why you're trying to salvage something if you just met her and y'all just chill for 2 hours and that's it? What are we talking about?
Well, the thing was I went to the corner store, or whatever, to get like a beverage or something, a drink, and then she had got some groceries and stuff, and she wanted me to pay for them, and then when I didn't, she ran off.
So why are you trying to salvage that? Why are you trying to salvage that, my bro?
Well, the reason is she had called me back the next day and said she overreacted.
Nah. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. A woman that you just met, you see. I want you to see something. The reason why she wanted you to pay for the stuff in the grocery store is because y'all was at the bar. Y'all was supposed to just have drinks, but you ended up buying food. So she saw you as a type of nigga that's foolish with his money. Do you understand that? So then when y'all made it to, and why did you have to bring her to the grocery store? Why'd you have to go with her to the grocery store after the bar?
I just like I just wanted some cheap. I wanted some water.
You wanted some water? So were you trying to bring her back to the crib or something?
After that,
Did you tell her, yo, we're going to stop at the grocery store and then we're going to head back to my place? Is that what you said?
No.
Why didn't you say that if that was the plan? Why didn't you tell her the plan if that was the plan?
I guess I thought it would come up.
Nah. You a scared dude with a weak game. That's
You
what
thought it would come up. You thought the woman would bring it up? Is that what you thought? Caller, you thought the woman would bring it up?
Bro, you playing games out here, bro. You playing games. You took it to the grocery store after going to the bar. Okay, so y'all met. Y'all was having drinks, and then she said she was hungry, and then you decided to buy food, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. She just gamed you. She gamed you, bro.
Then
That's
she tried to take you to the grocery store to buy groceries.
right.
And then
Because she figured you already bought her food, you'll buy some more.
You buy some
and then
more.
when you didn't fall for that because you
So,
followed
caller.
her. Because at that point you following her. Because
Exactly.
she's going about what she needed to do that day, and that's to go to the grocery store. So you following her to the grocery store, which is not a good sign. She asked you to buy the groceries. You like, nah, I ain't doing that. And then she goes off, and then later on she calls you back because you did at least buy her a drink and some food. So my thing
Which is why she called back.
Yeah, my thing is this. Do you really want to salvage that?
It's nothing to salvage, bro.
I guess not.
Caller?
Hello?
Caller, real quick. Caller, real quick.
Yeah.
Caller. Are you watching us or just listening? Are you watching too?
No, I was listening.
Okay, so let me read something to you that's on the screen. The caller, listen. I'm gonna read something to you that's on the screen that you probably can't see. Perceptions can influence how people listen. Perceptions can influence how people treat you, communicate with you, and react to your actions. What happened with you, the way you were conducting yourself with that woman, she formed a perception about you. And the perception that she formed about you was that you were attracted to her enough where she felt she could leverage your desire for her to get you to spend money. Now, the reason why she called you back to apologize isn't because she's sorry. It's because she overplayed her hand. See, when you spent money on her, she's like, I got me a sucker.
Right.
So because she ain't got no game, she got greedy and tried to get more from you too soon. Now, if she would have talked to me, I would have told her how to play you and squeeze all the money up out of you slowly, nigga. But she moved too quick. She got greedy. And she realized that. So she called you back because she said, I still think he's a sucker. I still think he's a sucker. He's just not as big of a sucker as I thought. Right. So maybe I need to chill and go back to him and take my time and slowly bleed the fuck out of his money instead of moving so quick. So she still has plans to use you. Y'all got it.
Caller, what did she ask you to buy her at the grocery store?
It was like $20 worth of stuff.
What
like,
I want to know what it was.
fruit
I want to know what it was, my bro. I want to know what it was. Do you remember what it was? She asked you to buy her at the grocery store.
She grabbed like some avocados and one of them pre-made sandwiches or something, or it's like she got some lunch meat or something like that.
Lunch meat, avocados. So she was actually trying to get her shopping list done, my nigga.
That's what I said.
I eat homemade sandwiches with avocado on them. I eat that shit all day, bro.
Nigga,
Go ahead.
And so now you calling us trying to salvage the situation. She pegged you right. You are a literal fucking sucker that she's going and I use the word pegged you on purpose, meaning that she chose you for being a sucker and she's gonna fuck you in the ass out your money. Because you don't have no identity. How the fuck how are you still trying to salvage this when it's a situation with a woman that was trying to bleed you dry for your money, she just met you and you taking her to the grocery store? And she knows that she knows that you thought that she was gonna follow you back to your crib so y'all could smash. So she was like, because you think we're gonna fuck tonight, let me get get you to buy me as many groceries as possible. Because guess what would have happened? You would have bought her the groceries and she still would have figured out a way to get out of going back to your house. She would have been like, oh, I got a stomach ache. Oh, I'm tired. I got to go to work tomorrow. But we could do it another time.
I got to put the groceries in the fridge.
Now, good on on you for refusing to buy the groceries. Good on you for that. But at the same time, she shouldn't have been in no position to pick up no avocados or nothing, because here's why I asked why you didn't tell her the plan. You could have easily just been you could have easily just said to her, listen, so when you get all hot and sweaty from good fucking, what do you like to drink? Gatorade or water? And she would have probably been like, well, water's more healthy, so yeah, water. And then you would have been like, all right, cool. I need you to go over there and pick up 2 Fiji liters of water, because we about to go back to my place and get sweaty and hot from fucking. So she would have known the plan, and she would have known the only thing she's there to get at the store is water to hydrate for fucking, because we about to go fuck. Exactly. But you wasn't too afraid to say shit like that, wasn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right, caller?
Right.
Okay. That's really
caller. See, you thought this is what most of you guys do. Y'all do shit for women on the front end, believing that you'll get what you want on the back end. You probably believe I'm building a rapport right now. She feels very comfortable. I'm showing that I care. I'm showing that I'm compassionate about her need for avocados and lunch meat. So I'm here at the store with her. I'm a helper. And you thought being all kind was gonna get you some pussy, right?
Yeah, that's what he thought. So, so caller, we're gonna let you go, man. We got another call coming in, and the show's about to be over. So let's get this other call. But play it back if you need more stuff, or definitely go get coaching from one of us. All right.
I'm just mad that he didn't wake up the first time he woke up a little bit.
Yeah, facts.
Like that should have told him, like, when you in your head, when you like, I ain't buying your groceries, that should have woke you up and be like, oh shit, I'm out here acting simpish.
Facts.
Exactly.
But we got 612. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. Yeah, you want a Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got Jay Roman. We got your host K Zaggin. We got Jay Roman and Miles. Name Age City. How can we help you?
To the bar, to the grocery store.
612, bro. Come on. 612. This nigga called like 3 times. I thought. Anyway,
she took him to the bar to the grocery store.
Hold on. 612, can you hear me? 612.
Yeah, you started talking and it cut up. Tim, Minneapolis 28.
Oh, this is Tim. This is the Venmo guy. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I have the Venmo guy. Doing well, man. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the panel. So quick question. So I had to charge this chick to the game because I fucked up.
Congratulations.
Way too much boyfriend energy.
Right.
Too quickly. So I fucked up, and it's like, all right, charged her. But the question is should women be giving suggestions like early on at all? Because like what would happen with her is I would say something, and then no suggestions.
Nope. The only thing she can suggest is if she got bad knees, she can suggest laying down, sucking my dick versus being on her knees. So she can get more comfortable. Let me stop playing. Y'all got it. Go ahead, caller.
Wait, hold on, caller. Give the example of what she would suggest.
Yeah. So like this last time. So she was like, we could go out and I can, suggest a bunch of places for us to like go out and about like for dates or something. I would say something like an idea, then she would suggest something that wasn't that outside of it.
Yeah, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. You should have left that alone from jump.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you start seeing that type of shit, she's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, a woman. Here's the thing, guys. A woman cannot suggest places to go on your dime. I need you. I don't think people understand how disrespectful that shit is. For a woman you just met to try and suggest where you should take her to spend your money. Because y'all might not look at it like this, but a woman suggesting places is literally her trying to tell you how, when, and where you should spend your money.
Yep.
That's how I take it. And to me, I'm looking at the bitch. Now, in her mind, she don't think she's being disrespectful because she's used to doing that. But you have to let her know, hey, that shit stops now. Don't suggest a goddamn thing over here.
Okay.
How long, caller, how long were y'all dealing with each other, talking, whatever?
About a month.
And when did you smash?
God damn.
Second date.
Second
So
date.
We went out on a date. Then she came over. We smashed, and then I already know I fucked up because I was giving a little bit too much boyfriend energy. I definitely spent too much time after we fucked.
Did you let her spend the night? Did you let her spend the night?
Did you let?
No,
Yeah.
no.
How long did you chill and cuddle after fucking?
Probably at least 30 minutes. Being honest.
Did you actually cuddle? Did you cuddle? Did you cuddle?
The first time it wasn't we were just kind of laying there, but the second time, yeah,
same thing.
I fucked up and
You want a girlfriend?
You want a girlfriend real bad, huh?
Do you want a girlfriend?
I do at some point down the line, but
No.
Okay, so my thing when it comes to this, because Zach hit it on the nail a long time ago when I heard him say that about the girl, giving that boyfriend energy, because that was my thing back in the day. I gave it on purpose too, though. However, you got to understand what comes with it,
right?
And so my thing is, if you looking for a girlfriend and you give that energy, that's something different. But you still got to vet, though. It doesn't excuse the vetting process,
right? You still got
the vetting process is to help you be successful in you choosing who you allow to be in your world around you,
right?
So
exactly, whether it's temporary or something more long term,
right? You can't excuse the vetting process by giving boyfriend energy. You have to, if that's what you want. Now, if you don't want a girlfriend, then you can't give that energy.
Right.
That's the thing. And if you don't want her to be your girlfriend, then don't give that energy.
So, let me say this. This is what guys don't understand. Anytime you give boyfriend energy to women, something will always happen. Always. One or two things will always happen when you give boyfriend energy to women. Either a woman will get turned off by it because she just wants dick, right? Because that will happen. A lot of you guys who think, oh, all women want boyfriend energy, nigga, not from you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the wrong guy giving it, a woman can literally lose desire to want to fuck you because you're being too clingy. Now, if a woman is actually receptive to the boyfriend energy and you're not looking to be her boyfriend, you're going to cause drama in your life 100% of the time. Carla, let me ask you a question. How many times did you fuck that girl? How many times did you have sex with her?
Three or four times. I don't remember the exact number. Three times.
Okay. Did you take her out every time?
No, she came.
Okay. Did you take her out on a date every time?
No.
Okay. So the last time you had sex that she came to your place, did y'all share any drinks, meal, watch TV, anything?
No, not last time. No, she just came over.
So
and then,
wait. Hold on. How the hell did we get on suggesting places to go? How the fuck did we get there?
That's what I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so that's the thing. She was like, "Oh, what if we go out and about next time?" And then
wait. Let's back up. Miles, let me ask you this. Caller, stop talking. Hold on. Caller, I gotta ask you. So that way we're all on the same page. So you fucked her, you knew her about a month and you had sex with her 3 times, right?
Yep.
So after the 3rd time you guys had sex, did she start trying to suggest things after the 3rd time or before?
Before. So it actually started the first time we hooked up. So we hooked up and then she was like, "Oh, you have a rooftop?" And then she was like, "Oh, next time we should go to your apartment rooftop and hang out up there." So she started suggesting stuff like
Okay. So caller, this is what she probably thinks. She probably thinks you're dating her because of how you're moving. She thinks you're, and this is what I mean by you never give women options. See, guys, you think giving women options is just talking. No. Giving women options is your actions. Your actions are telling her, this is the guy I probably could date and potentially be in a relationship with. Go ahead, Miles.
But my thing is this. After y'all was done smashing, what's all the talking about? I don't understand. I don't understand where she would find time edgewise to fit in. Oh, maybe we should do this. What?
She's still trying to catch her breath from being fucked. So how's she gonna talk?
Exactly. She should be there. She should be there watching me putting my pants on. And then I'm like, so when are you next free? Okay, I'll let you know when I get home or whatever it is. Like, what's all the talking about, Tim?
Yeah, no, that's something I gotta stop and cut out.
See, that's why we don't do all of that chilling. That's why we don't do all of that laying in the bed for too long. You get that shit about 3 to 5 minutes, catch your breath, and then you gotta get up out of there. I know.
I go straight to the bathroom because I like to freshen up a little bit.
Straight to the bathroom because hold on real quick, and I'll give it right back to you, J. Roman. Straight to the bathroom and take a piss because you prevent a lot of UTIs and shit like that. You know, because you got to get that urine flow to clean out the vas deferens. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yep. And then wash up a little bit, and then I'm coming out and I put my clothes on.
Right.
And you always get that face, like we all know that face, right?
Yeah, that face, like
face where like I had
it's about that.
It's like that.
It's over, right? So then you get the face, and you gotta work past the face. Keep putting your socks and stuff on. If I took them off, because I don't take my socks off a lot when we just bang. But
I got my non-slip socks on. I got my non-slip with a little shit at the bottom. Little grip.
You get that face, and so what? Hey, and then you say, you give them a little hope. Hey, next time when you're free, let me know. Like, it's just one of those things. We'll see if we can connect again, and that's it. But you gotta.
I'm serious with the non-stick
shot.
Everybody's afraid. Facts.
Either, a lot of dudes is operating from an afraid state. You're afraid to upset them and not get it. When you get it, you're afraid to upset them and to lose it. And when you got it, you're afraid to say something that's going to make them upset. And then when you're afraid to do this, and it's like through the whole course of relationships, if you always put them on a pedestal, you're afraid that they won't accept you instead of the opposite of the way around. Exactly. And the thing is, it's like, you know what's going on because your vision is for you, and you're seeing if she can match that vision. And if she can, then that's it. And as far as suggestions and stuff, no. In fact, I like to ask, even in the relationship, and this is, can you take instructions? As soon as they say they usually like to ask it. Well, can you take instructions? And I say no. I take suggestions, but I give instructions.
Right. Exactly.
So my thing is, no, I'm never in that point of taking the suggestion and making it in an instruction.
Man, and suggestions, she could only make suggestions or requests after she's earned that spot. Like, a month in? Fuck out of here. But Tim, we are against time. So any last words before we let you go?
No. Just appreciate the game.
Now, listen, are you a member of the Bad Boy membership?
I am.
Okay, please, really, Tim, stop thinking that you're different from all men. Listen to the vetting process video, follow it to a T, and stop fucking around, bro. Seriously. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Wind up in an accidental relationship.
Exactly. That's how niggas. Most dudes in a relationship today, it's an accidental relationship. They fucking cuddle for too long after fucking, and then they get with a chick that is not actually compatible with them. Cause let me tell y'all something. Most of the chicks that you meet and smash, them shits are supposed to. Those interactions are supposed to fizzle out after a couple weeks to a couple months. They're supposed to. Okay, it's only once in a while where you actually meet somebody compatible and that's good for you and that's right for you, and then you can actually get into a long-term situation. But a lot of these niggas, they are so, like what we were talking about earlier with the lack of trust, the lack of confidence. They're so afraid to lose the woman because they don't trust that they can love their own person, that they love their own company. You see what I'm saying? So they feel compelled to try to do everything. So we're telling them, as soon as you finish smashing, get up, put on your clothes and bounce. They're like, yeah, but what if she gets mad that I'm leaving too quickly? She might not want to see me again. Well, that's where the trust and confidence comes in, because if she's really fucking with you, she will still want to see you again.
I made her feel like a hoe or something.
And you shouldn't concern yourself with that. You should never concern yourself with a woman, whether she wants to see you again or not. You should never concern yourself with that. And Miles, to your point, the majority of the women you deal with, even if you have sex with them, a couple of weeks, a month or two, right? You would be hard pressed like, let's say you have a roster of women, you would be hard pressed to have a roster of 3 or 4 chicks that have been there for 9 or 8 months. Normally, they're gonna rotate in and out. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna fizzle.
Let me get this last question, and we get up out of here.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. He posted this
Let's
earlier.
do this last question and go.
All right. Would you guys say that a man should communicate his vision? The women you are dealing with will either submit or not to it. Should you do it as soon as possible? Thank you. Salute from Brazil. You got it, Miles.
Bon dia, Andre. He said, would you guys say that a man should communicate his vision? Okay, women are dealing with, or what is it, midnight? Should you do? Okay, listen, Andre. This is why you got to get on the Bad Boy membership. Go to the website badboymembership.com. On the program, on the membership, there is a video called "How to Vet a Woman." Okay, now the vetting process it's not complicated. It's simple, but it's something that is necessary. Okay, now your vision is something that is going to be that needs to be communicated through action, and it has to be communicated through action over a course of time based on certain consistencies, and that's what the vetting process is all about. You understand? And when the woman cannot see your vision by you telling her within the first couple weeks to months that you've met her. A woman has to see your vision based on the way you live your life and the way that you show consistency of your character to that woman over time, so she can so she can trust in your vision and know that you're serious. That's what it's all about. The problem with you cats is you want to divulge everything to a woman the first time you meet her because the pussy's good or the sex is good, or you just feel I feel so great with her. She's wifey. She's so exciting and I love her. Bro, calm the fuck down. You need to set consistencies, and you also need to control yourself. I know the pussy feel good. I know you want to give this woman the world right now because she has platinum dripping out of her vagina. But you have to control yourself. You have to give it time, and you have to have self-control and let the shit grow for real, so it could be authentic. That's what it's really about. You understand? So no, you don't want to tell her everything as soon as possible. You want to show her through action and time and consistency.
Yes.
But
everything is on your timeline.
Go to badboymembership.com. Watch the How to Vet a Woman video. That is very, very important. That's mandatory homework.
So let me say this, and I'll pass it to you, Jay. We're gonna get up out of here. So my thing is, when we talk about communicators' vision, to Miles's point, guys, when y'all very first meet women, can we slow down? Can we slow down? Just take it to a snail's pace. The very first conversation you have with a woman, assuming you are attracted to her, all you need to know right now is she attracted to you the same way you are attracted to her, to such an extent where both of you mutually want to see each other again. Focus on that little part. And then it's like stringing together moments in time. If she want to see you again next Thursday, see her again on Thursday and focus on that Thursday once you get there. Don't be thinking about next week and the next couple of months. Oh man, you know what? If this keeps going how it's going, maybe next month I'll be able to introduce her to my mom in enough time for our barbecue. No, nigga, slow down. But go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Nah, I was waiting a minute, and Miles said it perfectly. You got to realize your vision is for you, so why are you telling her your vision? You know, you're showing her that vision, and seeing if she could be a part of that. Right. You know, you're judging if she could be a part of that. You're deciphering all the little things to see if she could be a part of your vision. The opposite of that is you tell her everything, and now she has a blueprint to everything you're looking for, and then she pretends to be that blueprint. And that's what guys don't realize a lot of times. They'll be talking, I like a woman to come in and clean and woo. And so she come in and she clean and she do all the, man, that's what I'm saying. I got a dope woman. And then next thing you know, she stopped doing it when she got you a little more and a little more. And then you like, oh, what happened? No, you gave her the blueprint on everything.
Oh, and Jay, you know how else they fuck themselves up? They'll tell women the shit that other women, I've never had a woman do that for me. Nigga, don't say that. Never tell a woman that shit.
So,
never. Go ahead.
And then you're talking about, oh man, well, this woman ain't nothing, man. She ropey doped me. She tricked me. She did all this. No, she didn't trick you. You just gave her the blueprint, and she, for the most part, she tried to keep it up, and she couldn't because you couldn't. So it's just this is the way. You got to have your visions for yourself. And I say, go look at that video. Look at it a couple times. Sometimes we don't decipher things exactly the first time we look at something.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to look at things 2-3 times to really get it in all the different angles and idiosyncrasies of stuff. So, you know. Yeah.
And the video he's talking about, guys, is the how to vet a woman video on the Bad Boy membership. So go over to badboymembership.com, join the membership, and go watch that video immediately. And three things, guys. Please go. Oh, and tomorrow we got Real Game No Theory. Shout out to 1950, Steve Dedeen, Lucario, K Zagan, and myself will be over there. 12 noon. Make sure y'all come through for that. But three other things, guys. Make sure you go to Cunningham Elements to get your cologne. The masculine identity cologne is out. It is fire. Go get it. CunninghamElements.com. CunninghamElements.com. Go make your order today. Number 2. Masculine Identity membership is right now 99 cents for the first month. And what the 99 cents for the first month to get you is that you get to be a part of the Monday night Zoom call. And I want to let you guys know that I'm going to have a special guest on June 2nd, Monday, June 2nd, 11 p.m. Special guest, Mr. Justin. Mr. Justin will be on the Zoom call, guys. So the Dominance Academy, Mr. Justin, he's going to be there to tell you everything about, you know, what dominance has to do with your masculine identity. We're going to definitely, like, you know, cross-pollinate the game and make sure everything works and explain it to y'all. And look, guys, we be going for 2 hours plus, you know, pause, because it's a really deep conversation. A lot of guys asking questions. So again, go to CunninghamElements.com and get your fragrance, the Masculine Identity Eau de Parfum. Number 2, join the Masculine Identity membership. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com. You could join for 99 cents for the first month. Just go to the checkout page and type in the code SUMMER. Type in the discount code SUMMER, and you can join for 99 cents. And I will have special guest, Mr. Justin, Monday, June 2nd, 11 p.m. We will be on that call. So make sure you guys join for 99 cents to be a part of that, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, Roman. Anything you want to let them know?
No, it's Memorial Day weekend. I know Veterans Day. But to remember those who, you know, are fallen and giving their lives, serving in the military and stuff like that. You know, there's people. So just remember what the day is about. You know, I know for us, it's a holiday, you know, for a lot of different people, but to actually acknowledge what the holiday is for and stuff like that, you know, it don't take too much to acknowledge and appreciate, you know, the things in which, on why you're able to do certain things you're able to do freely.
That's
this country. So, you know, no matter how you feel about things and politicals and stuff like that, there's people that actually did real life stuff for it to be about. And so, you know, that's that day. A lot of us might know. I got several different, my family's actually been in the military and stuff. Fortunately, they did not pass doing any service, but later on. But I know there's some people that their dad didn't come home, their mom didn't come home, and it means a lot more to them this day than it might mean to you. But just acknowledging it, you know, take a moment to acknowledge it and enjoy the weekend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
All righty. There we go. Appreciate that. On that note, thank y'all for joining us. Y'all could have been anywhere else. Appreciate y'all coming through. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy yourself. Thank you for Miles and for J. Roman for coming through and making this another impactful Manhood as a Skill Set show. Thank y'all. Peace and blessings. We out.
Peace.